We've made several videos on how to screen mirror your iPhone or Android USB-C device to your car stereo over the years, but this is an update. Most people effectively get our techniques to work for themselves. However, some have had issues with how to draw power for their interfaces and adapters. This video will clear up the air and show you the most effective way to do a screen mirror using your car stereo's RCA AV inputs or 3.5mm AV jack inputs, and how to best provide power to your adapter. And we'll do this in such a way that all that will be visible in your dash is a USB and HDMI jack panel. The rest of the adapters will be behind the dash. I will put links to every adapter used in this video in the bio below, so go check it out for the links. Before you consider doing this, make sure of two things. Number one, that your smartphone or device is capable of mirroring. The majority can mirror, but there are still some that can't. For iOS, this is not an issue. All iPhones can mirror. You'll need to make sure your Android device has HDMI out via USB-C. And number two, make sure that your stereo has RCA AV inputs. These are the three RCAs, yellow, white, and red ports. Everyone should recognize these from their TVs and game consoles from the past, 3 decades? It is also possible to use a 3.5mm AV jack input in addition to a 3.5mm AV RCA adapter. Kenwood and some Pioneer receivers will require this situation. If you have a factory stereo, screen mirroring is most likely impossible without some type of converter interface, as almost no factory head unit has video inputs. We know Nissan does, but this input does stop working once the vehicle begins to move. Short of that, you'll have to upgrade your stereo. For this screen mirroring demonstration, we're going to use the QMV-HDMIV, which is an HDMI to composite video audio adapter. It's identical to the first version of the Beuler in that it's an inline style converter, not a control box like the current Beuler. It features HDMI, which is where your phone's USB-C or lightning cable connects. It requires USB for power and RCA AV outputs to connect to your stereo. One of the most frequent issues we see is that newer head units do not provide proper USB power when a data signal is not present. The receiver wants to see the phone. It's crucial to understand that you have to get power away from the stereo's USB input. You can't use it there. The best place to get power is from the wiring harness of the stereo. We sell a few versions of this great product called the 5V USB, which is a USB power source. Wire this directly to your stereo's accessory and ground. It's a great power source for the HDMIV. We'll also be using the Accelevision USBRHDMI jack panel, which would theoretically be all that shows on your dash. We will also connect a 5V USB to this so that the USB ports on the panel can deliver power to you so you can charge your phone at the same time as the screen mirror. For iPhone users, you'll need a Lightning Digital AV adapter as well as an HDMI cable. Not only does the Lightning Digital AV adapter have an HDMI input, but it also has a Lightning port so that you can keep your phone charged while mirroring. Android USB-C users have two options, either the BU-CHDMI6, which is an HDMI to USB-C cable, or the QMV-HDMIV-C, which is the same thing but with a USB-C charging port to charge your Android at the same time as mirroring, like the AV adapter. The final piece you'll need is an HDMI female-to-female coupler to connect the HDMI-V and the USBRHDMI. I know this might be a little confusing with all of these adapters, so let's take a look at these kits fully laid out, starting with an iPhone. To start, we have the HDMI-V, which is the main adapter in this mirroring process. The HDMI of the adapter receives the AV signal and sends it to the RCA outputs. The RCA outputs will connect directly to the RCA AV inputs on your car stereo and send your signal to the head unit. For those of you with a Kenwood, you will most likely have a 3.5mm AV jack instead of RCA AV inputs. Simply add the TOP35AV1 3.5mm to RCA adapter to connect to that kind of input. The Kenwood CAC3AV version will be correctly color coordinated, but off-brands don't always match up. You may have to check the white and red ports to make sure they aren't the video leads. This is easily done by taking the yellow from the converter and trying all three RCAs, One will be video and the other two will be audio. You'll notice that the USB of the HDMI-V is connected to a 5V USB for power. Again, wire that directly to your stereo's wiring harness. So, the adapter has power now and is connected to the RCA inputs of the stereo. The next connection is with the USBRHDMI, using the HDMI female-to-female coupler. This adapter is really just optional, but we're using it to simplify your connections up front and to make everything look factory. Plus to give you an extra USB power source. The USBRHDMI is also being powered by a 5V USB. Next, we connect the phone to the jack panel. For the iPhone, we use an HDMI cable, which connects to the Lightning Digital AV adapter, which connects to your iPhone. It's best to also connect your Lightning USB cable to the digital AV adapter to make sure that your phone stays charged. And fortunately, we have that handy USB on our jack panel to do just that. Please note, just because the red LED light on the adapter is turned on, it doesn't mean that it's correctly getting power. It can just be reading an electrical signal from the rest of these connections. Again, it is integral to get power away from the stereo's USB ports. If you see colored bars, then the power source is correct. And all you have to do is plug your smartphone into the adapter. Use the NTSC and PAL switch on the adapter to switch between the two. Most receivers will allow either signal type, and PAL will give you slightly better screen resolution. The setup is basically identical with Android, except the connections at the jack panel change. Again, you have two options. The BU-CHDMI6 connects directly to the HDMI input on the panel, and then to the USB-C port on your Android. The HDMIV-C is the same, except it offers a USB-C charging port to give your phone constant power. You don't have to use the USBRHDMI and can instead connect either of the iPhone or Android HDMI adapters to the HDMI-V with a coupler. But the USBRHDMI does make the setup look factory and much cleaner. Once your connections have been made, to get the screen mirror to show up, all you have to do is select the AV source that you're connected to. You will want to double check the label of the input you use. It could be labeled AV input or aux input, and you will still need to select that source. Some stereos, like Pioneer, will require you to turn the input source on in the system settings. During the screen mirror, anything will show up. Any video app will work that you want. Whatever is on your phone will be displayed on the stereo. Controls must be done on the phone. Don't forget, you need to bypass the parking brake with either a universal bypass, link in the bio for that, or grounding the parking brake. No stereo will let you watch video without engaging the parking brake, so this is essential. Warning, this is a safety hazard. Stereos with HDMI inputs are few and far between, but these situations are much simpler. All you would need is the BU-CHDMI6 for Android devices and the Lightning Digital AV adapter and an HDMI cable for iPhones. Please leave any screen mirroring questions you have below in the comments. Be sure to get all of your car, audio, and video gear with us today at qualitymobilevideo.com. If you hated this video, go ahead and dislike it, but if you enjoyed it, click the like button. Join the conversation below and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Thanks for watching.